headed home from day one of the very first Patriot Cup. We finished competition on Fort Gibson Lake, and keeping us company is the guy who did the very best today, Greg Vinson. Greg, this whole thing, meaning the MLF format, seems to suit you pretty well.
It's going good,
really
man.
well.
I've sat back and watched Major League Fishing for the last several years, and like a lot of people, kind of wondered how I would do. I've never fished that format in any tournament trails, and felt like I could do well. And so far, it's been pretty good.
We've seen a fair amount of you this year so far.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done well in the Bass Pro Tour competitions, which qualified you to fish these cups in the first place.
Yeah.
But today you go out, 33 pounds, 12 ounces, you finished in first place. It's always good to finish
Pretty
first,
good day right
regardless of whether you get a reward or not. The reward is that you get to advance to the next round. You get to fish again.
Yeah, that's the main thing, you know, in this format, just get through. You get through each round, gives you a shot to win. You know, you get in the final round, it's anybody's ball game out of that group. But it's competitive fishing too. We're all competitors naturally. And so you want to win, whether there's anything to be gained from it. You want to beat the other guys in your field. And so I wanted to win the round. You know, first goal was to catch what I needed to get through. And then it's like, hey, let's just win this thing. Let's go have some fun and be the guy at the top.
Let's talk about the course of your day. You finished with a flurry to win, but let's talk about how you got there. Like, what was it that you located? Give us some patterns, some ideas of how you caught your fish.
You know, it's a process. You know, talk about this a lot. You know, fishing in general is a two-step process. One's, you know, finding the right area, location. The other is figuring out how to catch them, what you can catch them on, or how to work the bait. And you can be in a really good spot and not be doing the right thing, and you won't catch fish. You can have a really good bait and technique in the wrong area, and you're not going to catch them. So, you know, the process for me and what I did today was just trying to bring those two together. It's put myself in a good location that has, you know, high percentage for this time of year. That starts with bait fish for me. We're late, you know, late summer, early fall. The fish are, you know, keying on bait fish. The other thing was the high water. I did not expect the water to be high. You know, I'm from Alabama. It's been dry for a couple of months now. Water levels normally this time of year are low. At a minimum, they're at normal pool. So when I saw the high water, that kind of caught me off guard. But seeing those bait fish stacked up over the center of the channel told me they hadn't migrated all the way back yet. And then there's a lot of flooded cover on these points that kind of jut out towards that main creek channel where those bait fish are concentrated.
Let's talk about the course of adjustments made throughout the day, because this is almost always the case in any competition, really. Because, man, you came out in the third period, you came out strong. Yeah,
you know, I picked a real obvious place, a bridge to start with, and I caught a couple, and I thought, man, I might, you know, I could win it right here on this bridge. You never know. I spent a lot of time and couldn't build on it. And, you know, made an adjustment, moved to one of those secondary points, caught a couple, and then it just kind of sort of went stagnant for a while. I was getting bites, but I knew I didn't have it just right. Made a switch to a topwater, a whopper plopper, and started getting a few more bites, but they weren't, you know, scoreable fish. They're real small fish, but I was getting a lot of brim and things coming after it. And I thought, well, let's mix this in with the jig and see if we can get it going. And late second period, I started catching some on the small whopper plopper. By the end of that period, I hit an area, hit a stretch right before we had to come in at the end of the second period. I think I had 6 really good bites, real aggressive bites, but I think the fish were just slapping at it. I sharpied up, you know, a real nice looking, you know, whopper plopper and turned it solid black and went back out and threw it on braided line on a heavy 907 cranking rod. But that braid, when those fish slap at it and those bigger number 2 hooks, that braid takes all the stretch. When they slap at it, if one of those points catches anything without having that stretch, that hook will go ahead and you get a hook in them, and you got a better chance to line up. I think I lost 1 fish in the third period.
Congratulations. As we mentioned, this is the very first Patriot Cup that's ever been held. So winner of day one, get yourself a Sqwincher, relax a little bit, and get ready to compete next on day 2. Appreciate it.
Man. Glad to get that trophy. Thank you.
All right, buddy.